If you're specifically talking about matching things like production sound into ADR, you need to, just from a technical point of view, make sure that the tone of the two different recordings is similar, and we just use EQ ordinarily for that. You would then have the next kind of step, I guess, is to match the dynamics of it. So if you're recording something in a studio in a quiet environment with a sensitive microphone, as you probably would do, you tend to get more detailed sound and probably a more dynamic sound than you would do on set. The thing that is not easy to control from a technical point of view is obviously the performance. So if in a production sound, if an actor's really projecting, if they're not projecting in the ADR, then it's almost impossible to match. You can get a perfect tonal match. You can get an extremely good dynamics match. You can add in the background sounds and the Foley cloth moves and a bit of extra distortion just to give it a bit more of a realistic feel. But if they're not performing it in the same way, then it just will never match. It may sound technically right, but it won't feel right. ADR is always recorded in fairly dead spaces, so if you're matching into a room recording, anything interior, then you need to add an appropriate reverb to make it sit as if it's in the same space, and that applies across the board. If you've got 100 sounds all playing in a scene, separate sounds, so you might have the footsteps, the moves, the spot effects. The most simple way to make them all feel like they're coming from the same place is to add in the same acoustic on all of them. So what helps is if you've got original recordings which are reasonably dry, then you can add the appropriate amount of reverb to all of them, and that acts as a kind of glue in a scene.